it's officially no longer funny. Joker 2 is an absolute and colossal bomb at the box office. This is what happens when you write things out and you make these movies out of spite. That's the only way to put it, out of absolute spite. Because had you made a good movie, had you made something that you wanted to actually put out there and be proud of, instead of trying to, own the chuds or just be disturbing as usual, you wouldn't have had this problem. But no, when you don't care what you do because you figure, well, I could do no wrong, I'll do as I damn well please, the hell with everybody. This is what happens. Yeah, Joker 2 is an absolute disaster. It suffered the worst second week drop for a comic book movie ever, and it just keeps getting worse. Dive into this, I have a few things to cover here. First up, this article from Cosmic Book News. Joker 2 box office plunges in second week, worst drop for comic book movie. This is by Matt McGloin. Right. Well, it's officially RIP Joker 2, as the film has been completely rejected by the fans and suffers a massive 81.3% drop. The most ever for a comic book movie, if you even want to call it that. And that's the thing, you can't even call Joker 2 a comic book movie. No, I have not seen it. I have no interest in seeing it whatsoever. I have no desire to go and see it, because I am not going to pay money to watch you literally waste my time and try to show how much you dislike your fans. I'm not doing that. But the author of this article did say it, and here's what he had to say. I saw the flick on Saturday night in an empty theater here, because I'm hearing people have been walking out on Joker 2, and I don't think anybody's even going to watch it anymore. And I blasted it in my reviews. I did a reaction video coming out of the theater and blasted director Todd Phillips. There's no doubt in my mind that Phillips knew exactly what he was doing when he went with that ending, yeah? The dude threw $200 million straight into the garbage. I also blame Joaquin Phoenix, who knew exactly what was going on, too. David Zaslav is also absolutely clueless. Talk about clown world. Thing about it is that the majority of that $200 million, Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix got that money. They got money for that. Lady Gaga also got some money, but they got the majority of that money. And the best way to put it is that, because a lot of them are turning on Todd Phillips now, that Todd Phillips didn't want to make another movie, and he figured, let's just destroy this. Because after you set up that thing in it, but like I said, you could have gone on to just do a movie where Arthur fully embraces his criminal identity as Joker and becomes an absolute terror on the city. That was it. You don't want to make another movie after that, just tell them you don't want to make another movie after that. But like, you figure, they would have come back and tell you, listen, we need you to make a Joker 3. Here's $300 million. Could you do it? And you figure to yourself, well, I can't say no to all that money. So best thing to do is tank this movie so damn hard that they don't want anything to do with me anymore. That's one option. And the next option, you didn't like the fans who liked the first movie, so you decided to come and do this. What did that get you? What did owning the chuds cost Joker 2? Everything. So following the opening weekend, which was a massive bomb at $37.6 million, the second weekend is a nuclear explosion. Joker 2 in its second weekend only brought in $7 million. Again, the biggest drop ever for a comic book movie at 81.3%. Yes. Why? Because when you decide to go out and do these things, this is what happens. People, and word of mouth is going to spread. You understand? People are not going to trust critics, even though the critics will seem to like it either. They're not going to trust critics. But when you see people are coming out and saying, listen, these movies are terrible, giving honest opinions, they will say, well, I'm not going to waste my money for that. Or the people who actually go and say, come out and say, well, nah, that movie is crap. This is what does these things in. Word of mouth will spread and you will get wrecked. The previous record holder was the Marvels with a 78% drop. Interestingly, its first movie also made $1 billion. What that tells me is the fans have completely rejected the IPs. Good for them. Fans just want good things. And if you cannot provide good things, people are going to walk away. That's it. They're going to walk away. We can also add that Joker 2 opened less than Morbius, 39 million, and made less than Morbius second weekend because Morbius made 10.2 million. The only other comic book movie as of late to perform worse at the box office is Madam Web, which opened to 15 million and its second week brought in 5.9 million. Well, God, that movie was terrible. That said, Madam Web didn't have a big drop with 61.4% compared to Joker 2. It has been reported Joker 2 needs 450 million to break even. Well, that's not going to happen. But that doesn't look to be happening. It's not going to happen. I'm guessing it will be on video on demand in a couple of weeks. I'm going to cover that just now. Right, so they talk about the box office here, but let's take a look over the numbers when it comes to Joker Folie à Deux. Right. And the worldwide box office earning as of the time of this video is $192 million. Ain't no way in hell this movie going to even sniff 400 million. No way. Because the domestic box office is 57 million. The international box office is 135 million. Now, the international box office will always be more than the domestic box office because the domestic box office covers just northern United States. The international box office covers, well, international around the world. So it will always be more because there are more people around the world than there are in the United States. So this is what is happening. But here's the thing. As I've stated more than once in regards to these numbers, right? When it comes to the domestic box office, the studio is going to make about half of this, and the international box office is like about 30 or 40%. So they're making nothing. Absolutely nothing. This movie is just a complete and utter nuclear explosion of crap. Look at that drop off now, people. Look at that. Absolutely horrendous. When you get down to it here and you see the numbers on this thing here, look at this, look at this. Absolutely terrible. They talked about the second week was it been revised to 89% drop off for the second week. 89% over the second week. That's so bad. Let's keep going down and down and down and down and down. You understand me? That is an absolute crater. Absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Todd Phillips has said he's done with DC, so there will be no Joker 3. What a shocker. There also won't be a standalone Lady Gaga Harley Quinn movie. Was anybody asking for that? I don't think anybody was asking for us. I don't know why they would want to do it, but whatever. The trades are also now blaming Phillips for the catastrophe. Well, because Todd Phillips was given free rein completely to do whatever he wanted when it came to Joker 2. They told him he could do anything he wanted. Nobody would check him on him. He just made this crap because he did not want to lose anyone. He only knew an explanation. And this is the result of it. What I was going to say, honestly, I think they need to take a break from both Joker and Harley Quinn in live action. There's been so much Joker content that I think it's time for another Batman villain to take the spotlight. Ditto with Harley Quinn, as fans haven't been responsive to either Margot Robbie or Lady Gaga. The women certainly don't support them. Well, only when it's time for Halloween. And that's the thing, That's the thing. Remember, let's talk about Joker first. Joker, when done right in movies, could work, but it has to be a time to introduce him. Heath Ledger's performance of Joker, may he rest in peace, was absolutely phenomenal for the Dark Knight movie. It worked because they had the first movie. When it came to the second movie, Joker was really the one that carried that movie. Yes, you had Batman, but Joker was the one that carried that movie, that made that movie exceptional. As for Harley Quinn, something people have to understand. Harley Quinn was never very popular. She originated in the Batman animated series, and she was fun there. She was Joker's crazy little psychopath who was a psychologist, and that he literally corrupted her with madness, and she was fun there. But in the comics, she never sold very well. She was never very popular. The reason why people thought that Harley Quinn was popular is that a lot of women would dress up as her for like Halloween or for the or for Comic Con and things like that. And that made the mistaken impression that Harley Quinn was popular. But she wasn't. She was never popular. And again, like I've said before, I'm gonna say it again. They literally ruined the character of Harley Quinn when this is decided to make her gay and hook her up with Poison Ivy, because that's all she became about. You don't believe me? Check out the Harley Quinn animated series. Of the second season, total garbage. First season was actually fun. Second season, total garbage. But yeah, so this is what they're saying here, and I completely agree. Talk about how James Gunn is developing the DCU, and then Brave and the Bold movie is supposed to happen with Andy Muschietti. Gunn recently confirmed that only in active development currently is Lanterns and Supergirl. Supergirl, I don't think the Brave and the Bold is going to feature Joker. Right, they go on to talk about how Matt Reeves is presently developing the Batman 2, which looks to film next year. There was a version of Joker in the first movie, but I don't think his Joker will be the villain of the Batman 2. Right. So, you're not getting that. But like I said earlier in regards to it, and how colossally Joker Folia Dud has screwed up. Now they're literally running to dump it on to Blu-ray and streaming, and then because they can't afford to keep it in these numbers anymore. Let's get into this article here from CBR. Joker 2 sets release date for 4K, Blu-ray and DVD after theatrical flop. Fans yet to see what the largely negative fuss is about with Joker Folia New can soon watch the polarizing DC films from the comfort of home. I am one of those who haven't seen it, and I will not be watching that from the comfort of my home. I have no interest in this at all. The musical psychological thriller gets a physical media release date as it nears its digital debut. You mean if I'm gonna hurry it there because they can't afford to lose no more money? Warner Brothers has confirmed UK 4K or UHD, Blu-ray and DVD copies of Folia New will become available via online and physical retailers on December 17. Like Folia News digital copy, the home video edition of the Joker follow-up will include lots of bonus content, including a 4-part long documentary, a feature chronicling Stephanie, Lady Gaga, Gumantota's Harley Quinn. You know what? I don't really care. To be honest with you, I just don't really care. I don't really care. They're dumping it on Blu-ray and streaming on December 17th. The numbers show an absolute massive drop, and Joker Folia New suffered the worst second week drop in history, and has continued to plummet down because nobody watched it. This is not just a colossal box office bomb, it's a literal nuclear explosion of crap, and just completely destroyed this. When you write things because you want to own charts, or you just don't like the universe or something, or you're just blatant, wicked, and vengeful to put this out, this is what happens. Todd Phillips got his money, Joaquin Phoenix got his money, Lady Gaga got her money, and the fans got this crap. That's Hollywood for you. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, give it a hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.